Oh, these are nice, you know. These are really nice. Oh, nothing beats that new shoe smell. I challenge it. Nothing beats it. Yo, what's good, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. If you're new around here, my name is Aiden, and as you can see from the title, we are back again with another Air Max one to take a look at today. Now, as we all know, Nike are going insanely crazy with all these Air Max 1 drops this year. It's almost like every week, if not every other week, a brand new Air Max 1 is dropping. And it's definitely got myself asking, when is enough enough? Because honestly, these drops are sending me to the poorhouse. And it's just honestly becoming super expensive to actually try and keep up with these. Fortunately enough for us on this channel, we love the Air Max 1, so we've had plenty of good content coming out, and we have plenty more content to come as well. So with that in mind, the shoe that we will be taking a look at today, as you can see from the title, is the newly released Nike Air Max 1 in the deep royal blue colorway. Not a shoe I've seen too much talk about, not a shoe I've actually seen too many reviews on, so hopefully we can actually be one of the first up on YouTube, which is always a very, very nice thing for me. So with all that said, I definitely don't want to be taking up too much of your guys' time on this intro. So with all things said, just sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So I did just want to quickly jump in at this point in the video. I won't take up too much time, but I did want to do a quick update for those of you that are wondering and those of you that have asked me when I'm actually going to get around to doing my Max 1 collection video. Now the reason I haven't posted it just yet is because of the fact that we are so close to hitting 40 pairs, and I would definitely like to do a nice round number rather than just doing 37 or 38. I feel like waiting to at least 40 or 50 makes the most sense. And in a similar vein, we are so close to hitting 4,000 subscribers that I'm very tempted to potentially use it as an incentive to maybe get us up to 4,000 subscribers first and then drop that video. So it is definitely in the pipeline. It's definitely something that I'm working on, and I am definitely trying to make it the best possible video, because if we're doing 40 pairs, it's definitely going to take a long time, and I definitely don't want to get you guys, you know, watching a video that's boring. So I'm taking a little bit more time on this one than I would just do with a typical review. So for those of you that are wondering, for those of you that haven't been able to get back to just yet, just know the video is coming at some point, hopefully in the very near future. But with that said, let's go ahead and just get back to the original video. So first things first, just like we always do, before we get into the shoes, let's just get this off with the packaging. And unlike the last pair of Air Max 1s, for this one we do actually see the regular boring bog standard red Nike sportswear box. Because we see this so often and it is a regular feature on the channel, I won't be spending too much time looking at it. I'm sure you've seen this a bunch of times already. But with that out of the way, if we do take a quick look at the label, which reads, we have the Nike Air Max 1 in the white, black, deep royal blue colorway. And as of course it is a personal pair, it is a UK size 9. Now there's the size label for anyone who wants to check that out. Pause the video there, that's how it should look. And then if we do open up the box itself, on the inside we have your pretty standard tissue paper, nothing much to take a look at there. And then underneath that, we have what we came for, so let's go ahead and get straight into the shoes. So without any further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Nike Air Max 1 in the deep royal blue colorway. A very, very clean summer shoe in my humble opinion. But again, a shoe that I'm very surprised that not a lot of people have been talking about. Maybe, as I said a little bit in the intro, the overdose of Air Max 1 colorways we've seen today, or especially this year, has maybe put a few people off. Maybe people are getting a bit sick of the Air Max 1. But with that said, colorways like this don't come around all the time, so I honestly was expecting a little bit more of a better response to it. Maybe down the line when the Air Max 1 train finally starts to slow down a little bit, we will maybe start to see a lot more people talking about these, maybe people going back for them. So if that is yourself and you are actually looking at whether or not this is actually a shoe you want to add to your own personal collection, whether that be right now or at some point in the future, in this review, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about this one, and that will be from materials all the way through to sizing. So by the end of this video, hopefully we can help you guys decide whether this is something you want to add to your own personal collection as well. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. For this one, we do actually see a very nice, clean, simple summer colorway, being done of that mostly deep royal blue, white, black and grey colour combination. This is definitely a shoe that's very simple in its nature, but the actual overall colour combinations, in my humble opinion, definitely do work together very, very nicely. So with that in mind, if we do kick this off from the front of the shoe, and we'll gradually work our way back. So at the base of the shoe, we do just have your pretty typical all white mesh material making up the toe box itself, which is then nicely accented with this very nice, soft to the touch, deep royal blue felt around the toe box, making up this mudguard. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this felt material, there's something about it, it has that OG feel to it, and every single Air Max one that it comes on, whether it be the deep royal blue, I just realised I said comes on, as I've just completely lost my whole train of thought. But yeah, as I was saying, anytime we see this really nice felt, honestly, it's got me again. Just compose yourself, man, compose yourself. Anyway, as I was saying about the actual felt material, every single shoe that we actually see this felt material used, such as the Big Bubbles, the Fuchsias, now these, or also the Chili 2.0s as well, which again, if you've seen that review of mine, you'll know how much I absolutely love that shoe, and that has a lot to do with the materials as well. This felt material just has a really nice feeling to it, has a very nice look to it as well. Of course, it's not premium like a designer sneaker or anything else like that, but what I will say, just at face value, just in terms of how I feel about it, definitely a very big fan for me. Another thing that I really wanted to touch on about this shoe in particular was actually the fact that the shape on these is absolutely incredible. And I just think the shape on this is the shape we should be getting with all Air Max 1s moving forward. It definitely has a more OG stylistic look to it. And I feel like a lot of people are definitely going to highly appreciate the very, very nice shape to these. It definitely does differ from one shoe to the other. But just based on how this shoe is, the shape overall, I'm sure you guys are going to absolutely love that. But as we then continue to work our way even further back the upper and actually get ourselves into some more of the materials, on the youth roll to begin with, we do have this really nice, soft to the touch, felt like material, just like what we see with the mudguard, but this time in this very nice light grey colour. And the same can be said for also for the quarter midfoot panel as well. It's the exact same material, very nice soft overall texture to it, and again, the overall colour of it is very, very nice in my opinion. And as we then work our way into the midfoot panel, on both the lateral and medial sides of the shoe, we do have this black Nike swoosh, which again is made up of this very nice soft felt-like material. Again, just a very, very nice design choice in my opinion as far as the materials are concerned. Now, as we then continue to work our way up to the ankle collar, just starting off with the top eye stays to begin with. Now, the eye stays themselves have been constructed from a black TPU material. And as we then reach the collar, just like what we saw with the toe box, making up this ankle collar itself, we do have that all-white mesh material once again. And as we then continue to work our way onto the heel of the shoe, the makeup is pretty much the same throughout the entire shoe itself. So around the base, we do have that very nice and vibrant deep royal blue colour on the mudguard. In the middle, we then have that very nice soft to the touch grey felt. And then completing the look to the heel itself, again, we do see that very nice deep royal blue colour, this time featured on that Nike branding, which in my opinion looks very, very nice in person. Now, when it does come to the overall lacing options for this one, we do only actually get one set of laces. And the laces that come in the shoe to begin with are just your typical flat white shoelaces. And as we then continue to work our way up to the top of the tongue itself, we do see that pretty standard all white tongue tag, and then featured in the middle of the tongue tag itself, we do see that black Nike Air Max branding. From there, as we then work our way onto the inside of the shoe, we do have a very nice and soft to the touch cotton sock liner. Again, it's been done with that really nice deep royal blue colour, which isn't something we see with a lot of Air Max 1s. They typically are either a white sock liner or a black sock liner. So to see it in blue definitely makes a whole lot of difference for me, and the overall look to it is very, very nice in my opinion. And as we then continue to work our way even further onto the inside of the shoe itself, we do just have a pretty standard basic insole, but again we do see more of those hues of that deep royal blue featured on that Nike Air branding. And then just to close this out in terms of the details, like we see with all Air Max 1s, for this one we do have a polyurethane material making up the midsole itself, and as is ever present, we do have a visible air unit towards the heel. Now, something that we haven't seen on the last couple of Air Max 1 releases is the fact that the air unit for this one has been tinted in black. The last few pairs have just been left as is with no colour tints to it. And then when it does come to the outsole of the shoe, we do have your classic Air Max 1 style of outsole with that waffle design, and it has been done of that two-tone colour combination of black and white, but on this white portion we do have this very nice speckled pattern to it. Now, when it does come to the overall sizing for these, I just went with my natural true to size fit, which is something I do with every single Air Max 1 pickup. So if you are considering adding these into your own personal collection, I am just going to recommend that you do just go with your natural true to size fit. If you don't know what that is, fortunately enough, Air Max 1s are sitting at every single major retailer. So head down to your retailer, try them out for yourself. But outside of that, true to size, you're going to be absolutely fine. And with all that said, we've covered absolutely everything that you need to know. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, so you guys can get out of here, in terms of overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say they are a very, very solid 8.5 out of 10. Now, I will be honest, I was very tempted to at least give them a 9. The colorway is super clean, the materials are decent. Again, the shape on these is absolutely exquisite. 10 out of 10 alone just for the shape. But again, I kind of feel like I've been very generous when it comes to my ratings recently. So I feel like I kind of do want to keep it a little bit more realistic to a lot of you guys as well. So I feel like 8.5 is probably right around where it is. Maybe a 9 in, you know, ask me tomorrow, it's probably going to be a 9. But I do think overall 8.5 is a pretty fair reflection as to how I feel about this shoe. I do also want to point out that the QC on my pair, again, was very, very good. I know some people get bad QC and it's just kind of part and parcel. But I do feel like more recently, a lot of my Air Max 1 pickups have all been very, very good. So I do have to hold up and actually say shout out to Nike. You know, they're holding it down for me. So again, QC was very, very good. But outside of that, that's pretty much all I really have to say about these. I would love to get your guys' take on it as well. So do let me know what you think about the shoe. Let me know what you think about my rating. And if you have anything else on your mind, anything at all, do make sure to let us all know in the comment section down below. And now if you have stuck around to this point in the video, just like I say at the end of every one of my videos, I do just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also do make sure the bell notification is switched on. And I do hope to see you all again in the next one. Peace.